Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the last class we have completed regarding okay purification of a colloidal solutions. There we come across different methods by which it is possible to purify a colloidal solutions, right? Well, now in this session we are going to continue the report of the chapter, that is we are going for a next concept called colloids around us. We know regarding types of colloids, classification of colloids, right? We have considered all the kind of colloids. Now, if you think of colloids around us, wherever okay, we look colloids means say if we consider colloids around us, yes, we are get surrounded by colloidal particles. Each and individual, if I consider, yes, each and everyone is get surrounded by colloids. So here, what are the some interesting and noteworthy examples of a colloid, so that by knowing those examples, we can clearly understand where these colloids are present and why we are saying colloids around us. Okay, yes. Now, if I consider a blue color of the sky, okay, blue color of a sky. Yes, we know that sky appears blue in color. What is the reason for it means? Say we know that dust particles, okay, dust particles which are suspended in air. Yes, we agree for this. Yes or no? All dust particles. Say dust particles are suspended in a air. What they will do? Dust particles along with the water suspended in a air. Say we know that if I consider a air, okay, air has a composite, is a mixture of gases, even it contains dust particles and moisture. Okay, so if I consider air, yes, the air contains dust particles, even moisture content. These two, the dust particles along with the moisture content, or I can say water suspended in a air, together what they will do? They scatter the, what they will do? They are going to scatter the, which light? They scatter the blue light of a sun radiation or sunlight. Say because of this, whatever the dust particles and along with okay, suspended water droplets present in the air, together they scatter the blue light of sunlight. Therefore, it leads to it leads to a sky which appears blue in color. So here, so we know that dust particles in the air is a kind of colloidal system, a colloidal soul, which means say entire universe is made up of colloidal particles itself. Since dust particles is suspended throughout the universe, these dust particles, okay, along with the suspended water droplets, what they will do? They are going to scatter the blue light of a sun radiation or sunlight. Therefore, sky appears blue for eyes. Okay, yes. Then, if you go for one more example, the formation of fog, mist, and rain. So we know that fog, mist, and rain, dealing with the types of colloids. While dealing with the types of colloids, I already considered example of these fog, mist, and rain. Yes, here how these are formed means when a large mass of air containing dust particles. So what we are specifying? Large mass of air containing dust particles. When it is cooled, what happens when it is cooled below its dew point? The moisture in the air, moisture means the water droplets, the moisture in the air which condenses on the surface of a dust particles. Say it is a dust particles, and say these are the moistures, water droplets. When it is cooled below its dew point, what happens? On the surface of a dust particle, all these water droplets, what they will do? They will be condensers. They will be condensed on the surface of a dust particle. When we cool the air below its dew point, okay, below its dew point, what happens? The moisture in the air condenses on the surface of a dust particle, forming a fine droplets. What leads to formation of a fine droplet which floats in the air. which float in air in the form of fog, or it may be in the form of mist, or even it in the form of a rain. It is due to their colloidal nature. Okay, please remember, say how the fog, mist, or rain is formed means. So first, what happens? Whenever the large quantity of air in the atmosphere it is cooled below its dew point, the moisture content, okay, or you can say water droplets present in the air, they condenses on what? On the surface of a dust particle, which leads to formation of a fine particle. It leads to formation of a fine droplets which floats in the air in the form of fog, mist, and rain. And all these form, fog, mist, and rain, it is a, what is the form? It is present in the form of a colloidal state. Therefore, we consider, yes, colloid is present even. What is the statement we are saying? Colloids around us. Yes, we are get surrounded by colloids. This is the one more example, or I can say colloids around us. Now coming to the next one, the food articles. Food articles, say if we consider food articles, it may be synthetic one. Okay, any synthetic food articles, or one which is naturally originated or extracted. Say milk. Example for these food articles includes milk, butter, ice creams, fruit juices, etc. In general, all food articles are also in colloidal state or colloidal nature. Yes. Then next one, you consider, okay, soil. Soil is also well-known example for a colloid, and blood. Yes, blood is also example for a colloid. Since why we are saying is a colloidal in means, since it is a colloidal solution of a albuminoid substances. So blood is a colloidal solution of what? Albuminoid substances. Now, the styptic action of albumin and ferric chloride. Okay, so whenever for a open cut, if you place a ferric chloride, what happens? The bleeding stops. What the actual phenomenon involved is, it is the coagulation. What happens there? There involves a coagulation. Say, therefore, we saying the styptic action of albumin and ferric chloride solution is due to coagulation of blood form a clot which stops further bleeding. Okay, so yes, we say blood is also a colloidal solution, right? So if I consider colloids around us, we can consider some blue color of a sky, soil, food articles, okay, blood. There are various examples which specifies, yes, we are get surrounded by colloids itself. You consider fog, mist, and rain formation. It's all are things, all those things are in colloidal nature itself. Okay, yes. Next, if we consider formation of river delta. See here, we say formation of delta, or even it is called formation of a river delta. What it is actually, whenever if we consider river water, what is the nature of river water? Is it a usually soft water, right? River water is usually a soft water. Okay, soft water means it contain much minerals. On the other hand, if you consider seawater, if you consider a seawater is usually, it is a hard water. Okay, contains insoluble impurities. Now, what happens whenever a soft water containing mud particles, that is, mud particles are nothing but they are colloidal particles. Okay, seawater, it contains colloidal particles. And what about the river water contains colloidal particles. Seawater contains ions. Okay, it contains ions. So whenever river water meets the seawater, what happens? These colloidal particles also comes in contact with what? It comes in contact with the ions of a seawater. Therefore, we know that coagulation, when colloidal particles meets the ions present in the, or I can say electrolytes present in the seawater, it leads to coagulation, or even I can say precipitation. See here, river water contains colloidal particles, or I can even say clay particles. Clay particles, they are charged one. Say when river water meets the seawater at the place, at the place of at the place of this where the river water meets the seawater, what happens? These colloidal particles also comes in contact with the electrolytes, or you can say ions present in a seawater. It leads to coagulation. It leads to coagulation of what? These clay particles, or you can say colloidal particles, and it leads to formation of a delta. Hence we call formation of delta, or I can say formation of river delta. So just I will go through the statement. So river water is a colloidal solution of a clay. What you are saying? The river water is a colloidal solution of, it is a colloidal solution of a clay. So when river water meets seawater, what happens? The electrolytes present in seawater coagulate the colloidal solution of a clay, resulting in its deposition with formation of a delta. Hence it is called formation of river delta. Okay, even we can see the phenomenon of coagulation, or I can say colloids, river meets the seawater. Okay, yes. Coming to the MCQ, so the formation of delta is due to, formation of river delta is due to coagulation of colloidal solution, of clay, presence of surface, next one formation of barriers, next none of this. Yes, formation of delta is due to, it is due to coagulation of colloidal solution of a clay. So what is the answer? Option A is correct. Okay, well, with this I am going to conclude about this small session. Again, in the next session I am going to continue the remaining part. Okay, thank you, be safe.